government and city would do for him, but what he could do, what he brought and what he added. His love of our country is why I'm here today and why I want to fight for the city of Forest Grove. This is where, especially in this topic, that diversity, equity, and inclusion really matters. We have to look at those. Communication is a major barrier, whether it's a language barrier or even the physical communicating and getting it out to people. There's a problem that we have. And I'll be honest, as running a booster club, you can put out information on every platform, you can skywrite it, and people still will ask. I think we've all seen that. But it's still encouraging people to be a part and making them feel welcome. We have to give opportunities. When people feel marginalized, right, they don't feel that they're heard, they don't feel that they're respected, and that is a big part of why we as Forest Grove, what we represent here to the community, it matters. I appreciate what Tim said. You look here at what's represented, this is a beautiful representation of our community. This is diversity, equity, and inclusion, what it looks like and how it works. I would love to be a part of the conversations to get those people to encourage and invite them to be more active in our city government because they make a difference, we make a difference for the city of Forest Grove.
So I think several of the barriers have been discussed already. Encouragement, fear, resources, and honestly, how to do it. I've lived in Forest Grove for 25 years, and I had to make a post on the community page to say, how do you do this? Now, I could have probably called the city and asked, but I wanted to find out what people's thoughts were. And a lot of people didn't know. And so I think that we need to work with networking. We need to, as Melinda said, we need to take our meetings to the people. We need to take them to Neil Armstrong, to Forest Grove High School. We need to invite people of color, of ethnic differences, marginalized people. We need to invite them to join the conversation. I'm not quite sure how to go about that to get the word out to everyone, but I know that it's something that I would definitely be interested in forming some sort of committee to get more of our diverse population involved.
Barriers that I see would be language. I agree with everything everyone said as well, so I don't want to reiterate or go past what I even thought at the beginning. Lack of encouragement. We need to encourage other people. I know even for me, it took a lot of encouragement for me to step up to do this. I felt intimidated. I came to several of the meetings and thought, well, I could do this. And I felt more comfortable with that. And every step along the way caused some anxiety. And I can't imagine for someone else what that might feel like as well. So, thank you.
Okay, so we have time, so I'm going to do one more audience question. We picked it out right before the break. How can the council directly help? Sorry.
How can the council directly help a new small business struggling to be successful? I personally love this question because I'm all about small business. So I think we're back to Linda. Oh, and this is a 1 minute, 2 minute question?
Oh, no.
No, because we need 1 minute for closing. This is a 1 minute question.
Thank you, Juanita. I would question, I have some questions in my brain before I'm trying to figure out the best response, right? Is it a new business that's just getting off its feet? Is it a business that's been around? I can tell you that in the past, when I guess I'll just explain what we have done when businesses have been struggling. We have a really good economic development coordinator, and they will work with local businesses. We did use ARPA funds to help small businesses during COVID as a relief system. Through our urban renewal agency, we've done storefront improvements. So I think the council's really flexible at looking at our policies, our resources, to figure out how we can work with that business to help give them new life or encourage people. And then I think too, and I see this with my colleagues on the dais, is that we just shout out our business, we go there, we look at ways to include them in the community. Thank you.
Well, I like the question, and a former colleague of ours on council, T.J. Johnston, who passed away a couple years ago, he and I went to a National League of Cities conference, and we talked about this synergy of partnering with the different aspects in the county, in the community. So Forest Grove City partnering with the chamber and partnering with other agencies to develop a methodology by which we can work together to develop the workforces for helping businesses find financing. That collaboration is absolutely necessary to developing small business and economic development throughout the community as a whole. We can tap into agencies like PCC, the Washington County Visitors Association. Adelante has a wonderful program with regard to developing Latina entrepreneurs. Those kinds of things are all available for us to tap into, and I think it's imperative that we work together to do that with strong partnerships. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for this question. Business is something that is very dear to my heart. I was raised by a strong-willed businesswoman who had a high school diploma, but embarked on the business creation. And she built quite a bit. And I know how much she sacrificed, because with the business, it's a little bit, you put together the dollar by dollar that comes into your business to make it, your business a success. But we have resources here. And remember the slogan at Forest Grove, where businesses and families thrive. And we really mean that. And there are those resources available. The Adelante Mujeres, they do a beautiful job. I met the lady who now sells her salsa to New Seasons and to other grocery stores. So that was a great story to hear. Thank you.
Local business. I am very familiar with a little Chinese guy here in Forest Grove and owns a business just down the street from us. He's struggling. He has barriers that he has to go through. I think in today's society, if a new local business is coming in, it's all about location. Location, location, location. Customer services and location. This little Chinese guy loves politics, talks bad about Forest Grove, but I always change his mind to love Forest Grove. His struggle is retaining staff to be able to help him grow his business. Paying a salary of $15 an hour doesn't fly with school kids, doesn't fly with anybody that walks in the door that wants a job. It's a barrier for him. I think with us, the City Council, we do have programs in place that can help local businesses, help them fund. It's either rental assistant, staff retention. I think we approved the budget a while back that sent out a little small incentive for those local businesses. So for us, help them grow by educating them, location, and just praise them to spread the news about a local business coming in, to check them out and introduce yourself. That's what Forest Grove is all about.
So I feel that our local businesses, especially our small businesses, it's the fabric of our city, right? That's the fabric of our city. When you walk around downtown, you're seeing those little shops. You're seeing those shops that have been put together with blood, sweat, and tears by people who that matters. Who comes in matters. Who's buying their products matter. And really the conversation has to be cohesive with the city and the business. I can't assume that I know what your needs are. So I think the number one thing is that I need to know, what are you struggling with? It's easy for me to come and say, I think you should do this, this, and this, right? But that's not my expertise, and I don't know what your goals are. So I think we need to encourage the conversation between city council and our local businesses. I need to know what's important to you, what are you struggling with. That way we can transparently and effectively really have a conversation that's going to benefit the business. We as a city council, we need our businesses to thrive, right? We need them.
I think that we need to have an open conversation with our businesses, as La'ana was saying, to find out what they need, because I don't own a business on Main Street, so I'm not exactly sure what their needs are. We need to find resources to help them. I frequent quite a few of the businesses downtown, and so many of them are having issues maintaining employees, especially student employees. I was speaking to one of the restaurants yesterday, and he said they just have a phenomenal turnover. So having a good open dialect, and then the other thing, parking. Anytime there's an event in downtown Forest Grove or a busy shopping weekend, you cannot park anywhere close to those stores, and it keeps people from coming.
So, I don't know if all businesses knew about ARPA. More businesses needed to probably have someone come in to each one and talk to them about what was available for them to help them during the difficult times, especially over COVID.